Dutch Belnap became Utah State's head basketball coach after 5 years as an Aggie assistant. And then in 6 years as head coach, his teams won almost 65% of the games they played, the third best winning percentage in school history. He is one of 3 Aggie head basketball coaches who never recorded a losing season.
First of all, I was very emotional. I think John called me, and I thought it was a prank because one time I was playing golf and I got a call, and guy was he disguised his voice, and he said, "You're going to do this, you're going to do that," and I found out it was Bobby Knight. Bobby Knight and Con Smith were out fishing, and they called and set me up. But this was something that was never on my bucket list, and something that, for a little old skinny kid, I got cut my senior year in high school. So the only thing that I have in common with Michael Jordan, so did he get cut, but he got cut because he had a dumb coach. I got cut because I didn't have enough ability. I got to say the whole thing happened because of LaDell Andersen. And we go way back, clear back when I was in the service. I was playing on a ball club, and he came through playing for the Denver Bankers, and we played their team, and we became pretty good friends. And when I was in high school, I tried to help recruit for LaDell. So, you know, LaDell was the reason that I'm sitting here today, and I really want to thank him for that opportunity, because it's something that was really never on my bucket list. He asked me to come aboard and be his assistant. I didn't campaign for the job, and so I was very, very fortunate to get the job. Well, that means a real lot. It means that number one, I had awfully good assistant coaches in Dana Padgett and Rod Tuller. In fact, I brought Rod out of high school and had a good combination there. But I think the other thing that it meant is everybody says, well, how can you recruit at Utah State? It was very simple. We had a president come to our practice. He says, when you bring your recruits on campus, he said, stop by and see me. And so we really had a full load for our recruits. We would take them downtown to the Bluebird. We'd take them to Dr. Binz's office. Always stopped at Ross Peterson's office. So we had a lot of help. We were patting ourselves on the back, but we really had a lot of support in recruiting. And we were really emphasizing the freshman program. Our first freshman year, I think we won 18-1. I think that's why we had the edge in recruiting, because of the university, the students, the fans, and the head coach who was willing to get out and recruit with us. Ed Gregg, for example, played at Compton Junior College, and we were having a hard time trying to recruit him. He didn't know anything about Logan. So I made the call to Merlin Olsen. I says, Merlin, I'm coming down to LA to look at this kid. Would you spend a minute with him? He says, no. He said, I'm going to leave you tickets to the Rams game, and then after we're going to go to dinner. And I told that to the kid, and he didn't believe me. So we picked up the kid, and we went to the Rams game, met Merlin after, and Merlin took us out to dinner. And after Merlin left, he says, I'm going to go to Utah State. So we had people like Merlin Olsen that jumped in and helped us, and those were good kids. No, just the fact that when you look at this university and you look at the student body and you look at the community, you know, it's amazing. It's amazing today. I've got buddies now that live down south, and he says, you know, I went to an Aggie basketball game and I couldn't believe what I saw. He said, those students. And we were very proud of everything that we did. I was the first coach to schedule Weber State home and home, and everybody criticized, and I said, especially the Utah BYU coaches, why would you do that? And I said, why wouldn't you do that? They had a great coaching staff, and Phil Johnson, Dick Mata, and I says, go in there and play them, and you'll see how tough they are, and they'll help prepare you for the season. And I think the other thing that was, we got to play every in-state game home and home. We were 50-50 with Weber, 50-50 with Utah, but I guess our claim to fame was we were 9-3 against BYU. Very proud of the fact that we serve with these Utah schools, and it was a good experience. Well, I think we went undefeated that year at home. We never had a losing season, and they were just a good bunch of guys. They really meshed well. They played hard, and probably more than anything else that you don't mention is we had 4 or 5 guys that didn't get to play well, but they played hard every day in practice. Raylan Thompson, guys like that, when they got their chance, they came in, and they made us a better team because they wanted to be on that starting 5, and it was hard that they weren't. But boy, they made us a better team.